Chapter 3. In darkness, Andrew crawled up the stairs and along the carpeted floor outside their room. His ginger donkey-like fringe hung over his eyes. His fingers patted the carpet. "I need light," he said. "This corridor is too dark." "Well, don't ask me," a big woman said, joining him, breathing heavy from her effort on the stairs. "The clock's already ticking." She looked down. "Got it then?" She watched him stand and stagger towards her. "Not out here," she said, pushing him away. "Open the door." He moved around her wide body and tried the lock. "I dropped it again," he said, patting the carpet. "My goodness, you're a dope. My 2-year-old has better navigation skills than you." "I thought I had it though. I thought it was in." "Story of my life," she said. "Is my beer down there?" "No," he said. "But the key is. It's under your foot." He pinched her ankles. "Quit doing that!" "Move over before I drop it again." As the door opened, she rushed in, covering her piggy-like nostrils with her handbag. "Christ on a bike," she said. "It stinks in here." She fell forwards over the suitcases, her dark and matted hair hiding her face, her yellow teeth showing as she laughed, witch-like, cackle-like, and still laughing and feeling her way in the darkness, she crawled towards the lower bunk, where a figure lay sleeping. "The clock's ticking," she said, now dropping her leggings. "You better hurry." She sat down, squashing Anders' face on his pillow. Quickly she stood up again. "Get up, you," she said. "I didn't sign up to this." Anders rubbed his eyes and looked at her. He watched her pull up her pants. He watched Andrew appear behind her, but it was dark and he couldn't see their faces. "John, you better wake up," he said. "And you better leave," said the woman, and she took his ankle and yanked him from his bed, laughing as he hit the floor in a bundle of bedding. "Leave," she said now, pulling the waistband of his underpants, tugging it like a leash, ripping and loosening the fabric. "Andrew has 10 minutes left." She let go, laughing as he got up and skipped around her for the bunk ladder, climbing towards the upper bunk opposite to where John was sleeping. "John," he said, "you must be awake." But reaching the top of the ladders, Anders was silenced and his head snapped backwards. "What's he doing?" The woman laughed. "Why is he hanging there?" "The ceiling fan got him," Andrew said, also laughing. "It's pretty low up there." Now Anders swayed by one arm on the ladder, his feet dancing on the steps, his other arm grabbing the bunk rails. "Help me," he said. "John, people are in our room." He fell backwards into her arms. "He's back," she said, holding him like a baby. "That's him, Marion," Andrew said. "He's been a rascal." "Well, Steve didn't mention 2 of you." She placed him on the floor, where he lay groaning with his eyes closed. When he opened them again, they were leaning over him and kissing. "What is this?" he said, crawling away. "What's going on?" He got up, staggering, his hands reaching around in the darkness. His loose underpants dropped to his ankles. Sluggishly, he bent forwards to pick them up. Then he staggered back to his ladder, climbing, keeping low this time, snake-like, with his belly on the mattress. "I saw that then." Marion pulled away from his kiss. "What?" Andrew smiled, waiting for her to answer. "What was it?" "The additional customer," she said. "He dropped his pants." "I'm sure it was nothing," Andrew said, standing, backing away. "You must have seen it though," she said. "He thinks he's involved." John turned over now. He cut in, asking for quiet. "Was that him?" She looked around the dark room. "Was that him?" Andrew didn't answer her. He just ran the water tap, leaned over and drank from it. "Enough down there," John added. "Take it outside." "He has front, doesn't he? Dropping his pants while we kiss, then asking me to leave." "Show her the door," John said. "Roll her out." "Well, there he goes again. He's exceptional." She spoke behind Andrew. He held the fridge door open and light glowed over their feet. "What you holding?" she said. An egg, he said. An old egg. And arm over head he threw it across the room, watching John turn under his covers. What was that? John said. I'm all sticky. No one answered him. He felt his forehead. He asked again. This is getting out of hand, he then said. I won't have this. And I won't either. Marion was already climbing Anders' bunk ladder, her body fat wobbling, her breath very heavy, almost wheezy. I'll hold the clock for this, she said. I will. The bunk was rocking. He felt her breath touching his bruised forehead, where the fan had struck him. Right then, he heard her say, and her hand moved fast underneath his covers, between his thighs, towards his testicles, squeezing them like rubber stress balls. All part of the service, she said, climbing further onto his mattress. You wanted a free one. His screams filled the room. He cried out in Swedish. Mig bullocks! Mig bullocks! Adge! 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 She let go and curled up like a cooked prawn. Please, enough! Mig bullocks! Adge! Adge! I'm not done, she said. You dropped your pants. He stayed curled and tensed, both hands cupped around his testicles, waiting for another attack. But nothing came. Only two sharp thudding sounds, as though Marion was being knocked back. Blood spattered his bedding. Then what sounded to him was like a baby whale hitting the floor. Crockery rattled in the sink. Cupboard doors swung open. Mig bullocks, he whispered. Mig bullocks.